Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the course on Excel for Business Analytics. And in this lecture, we are actually going to talk about table and cell styles in Excel. So, table and cell styles in Excel are actually formatting tools that allow you to, how should I say that? I mean, make the cells that you are working with more appealable to your audience. And They give you a quick shortcut to apply different type of cells on a cell level or in a table format, so that whatever data that you're managing actually becomes more consumable, becomes more clear by using different sorts of shadings and everything. So let me actually show you a couple of examples of different cell styles and then table styles that you can actually use or apply while using Excel. So let's actually start with the cell styles. So this option is actually again available in Home under the Styles ribbon over here, and you can actually go ahead and see that there are a number of cell styles that are actually available, and you can actually use them in accordance to whatever different type of data that you're actually trying to highlight. For example, there are different cell styles for the headings. There are different cell styles if you want to show growth. So let's just try one of these on the headings. So heading one, starts to look like this. Heading two starts to look like this, and it actually depends upon what sort of a hierarchy do you have in your data, and you can actually simply use the different cell styles in order to actually show that hierarchy according to your convenience. Um, then you can actually also try to uh, add coloring based on probably levels of the data that are actually inside your data. You can also apply number formats to your cell level data directly from over here. So this is actually a quick one fixed window in order to actually come up with solutions for the representation of your data. You can actually go ahead and create new styles that are custom styles, and you just need to tell Excel that this is a style that I'm actually creating, and then you just save it with the particular name, and it becomes available, and then you can use it as your signature style wherever you want to. But I'm actually not going to go into that, and actually going to cover that in one of the future videos, but you can do that as well. Moving ahead, let's move to the table styles that are actually available. So the table styles, are an option which are right next to the cell styles. And if you click over here, it would open up like a huge number of table styles that are actually available at your disposal. You can actually choose any of these, and then Excel actually asks you that what is the range of your table and what data that you want to actually convert into a table. Once you have given the range, if your cell or if your table in fact has headers, just actually click this option or keep it activated, and once you press OK, you see that the table actually gets formed. And without actually clicking that option that I actually just showed you, your table would be without the headers, and we wouldn't want that, because that makes filtering really hard. So it actually becomes something like this. So there is no table header row. All the table headers are actually in the second row, because we did not tell Excel to actually make the first row as the headers. And this actually makes identification and filtering a little hard. So it's always better to have uh, column headers associated with your columns inside a table. Now there are specific properties that come with a table, and you saw that once I actually clicked on the table and selected the table style, it not only created a format, but it actually also gave me these filters over here. You can change some of the properties by actually going into table design. So the table design is not available unless you are actually clicking on a table. So the table design actually gives you access to a number of options that are associated with tables. Right now, I am just going to talk about the table design, table style option, ribbon area, uh, because that's what we're generally covering right now. But there are other options over here as well that you can use, or we will actually discuss these in one of the future lectures as well. But you should explore these as well. And over here, what you can do is you can actually turn off stuff. If you want the header row available or not, you want the banded rows or not. So the banded rows are when you have changing colors between different rows in order to make certain rows visible, or in order to differentiate rows. So you have this banded rows concept. You also have a banded columns concept. So if you turn that on, then you would have banded columns rather than banded rows. So it actually really depends upon you. I generally prefer the banded rows. Makes actually row wise data dating really easy. Then if you click on total rows option, it actually gives you a total at the end. And over here you would see that it's only giving me a single total, but actually there's a drop down over here giving me a huge number of options that I can actually use to come up with the value that I want associated with this column. So right now I've actually selected an average because I want the average to show at the bottom rather than the total. Over here, I might want the minimum value, So these are some of the cool properties that are associated with tables. So once you actually start working with tables, they actually make your life really easy, because the summation and the data, the data summarizing qualities of tables are really cool, and they give you access to a lot of options. Once you start using tables. So this is how you actually can activate a table and then actually use it. On top of that, you can change the table styles from over here as well if you want to. And you see that once I'm actually moving the cursor over these table styles, it's actually giving me a preview on the left hand side on my table. And this is really important in order to visualize how my data is actually going to look once I actually select a particular table style. In addition to that, do remember that you can actually create your own custom style as well from over here. And again, that's really important. Something I'm not going to cover, but that's really important to sort of create some sort of a signature table style. That's always associated with you. Just like painters, data analysts sometimes do like to actually create their own signature styles that that are generally associated with them. And in the end, if you do want to remove the table style formatting from whatever table that you've actually created, you can just simply click. Let me actually show that to you again. Go to table styles, and over here you have this clear option. So it's actually going to clear the table formatting as a whole. So you can actually get rid of the table styling as a whole. So I hope this was useful for you guys, and you guys are actually learning this new stuff, and you're going to apply it once you actually start your career in data analytics. So hope to see you in the next lecture then.